God damn.
God damn is right. Man, what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today here on this fine Monday night here on December the 16th, bro, for your 226th edition of NHP's Unscripted, man. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us, as always, here tonight on tonight's episode of Unscripted. And how the hell are you guys? And how are you guys doing, bro? How are you guys doing? And thank you guys for joining us, as always. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we're on here live after Monday Night Raw with NHP's Unscripted, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central with the news, as well as for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW directly after the show goes off the air, man. So with that, man, if you guys did miss all the shows from the weekend, man, the Saturday night's main event post-show review, as well as Friday's episode of Unscripted, man, that is Rey Fenix Speaks Out on AEW with some tweets and whatnot. We got big plans for the first Raw on Netflix. Huge plans for that show. We talked about there was a bunch of stuff that came out regarding what they wanted to do for just that show in general, as well as the Saturday night's main event predictions. That is all up on all platforms for you guys. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Friday at 4 p.m. Central, and for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW directly after the show goes off the air, man. So with that, if you guys have not got a chance to pick up some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can get this new beautiful, beautiful design, the next chapter design, to commemorate the rebrand of NHP live on the merch shop. That, again, is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. So with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Been chilling out. Been pretty chill. It was a good weekend. Gonna be a pretty good week, man. I'm excited. From Friday to like next Wednesday and Thursday, I'm excited. It's that Christmas birthday season
Oh,
or that week, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Saturday, Sunday, that Tuesday and Wednesday, man. So I'm definitely excited, man. I've been doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good, the family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? And what about you, bro? How are you doing?
I am doing good, bro. I am doing good, man. Doing good. Doing good, bro. Just yeah, just received some pretty cool family news
Mm,
today, or new additions coming to the family, new additions coming to the
yeah,
bloodline. Not the Samoan bloodline that we see on TV every Friday, to my bloodline. So
that's
very
good.
excited for that. Very excited for that. But just awesome, man. So obviously I'll keep most of the details confidential and close to the bloodline, but just very excited for that, and very excited for that, and just yeah, man, very excited, bro. Very excited, man. So yes, but other than that, man, it's been a good day. It's been a good day, and just happy, bro. Just happy for the fam, man. So that's
Wait,
pretty awesome to hear. And with that, with all that, bro. Now that we got that out of the way, other than that, pretty normal, bro. Pretty normal, the same. Just getting ready for the Christmas season, man, and just yeah, just getting ready for the Christmas season, and yeah, getting ready for the Raw on Netflix and whatnot. So a bunch of exciting
mm-hmm.
stuff coming up, the usual. But as Durante always asks, I am good. Family is good. And what about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? Whether you guys are here now or a part of the Replay Mafia, my guys JT and JB, how the hell are you guys doing? And thank you guys so very much for joining thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for Unscripted, man. So, wow. Well, AEW, uh, see, they put on their annual Winter is Coming show. And, did you see the ratings? Did you just so happen to see the ratings for this year's Winter is Coming versus the other ones?
I sent the post about the rating comparisons with that episode. I remember I did. I think it was like 500 something. Yeah, was it 594?
Yes. The year before was a high 8, and this year it was a high 5.
594. Fucking NXT is beating them almost every week.
Winter is Coming is annually one of one of AEW's best dynamite out of the year. It is one of their best dynamites out of the year. If I could recall other Winter is Comings, obviously you think of 2021. Right? I remember most specifically from that show, we got the amazing Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson match. I think that was the one that went the hour.
Hmm.
And typically they're just usually solid shows. I remember MJF defended the title last year. Usually they are solid shows. This, although it wasn't the
It wasn't
worst
dog
of Dynamite that we've seen out of the year, it wasn't bad, but it just it honestly just plays on AEW just and the decline, bro. I mean, it
shit.
wasn't
Lame.
yes, it wasn't horrible. It just wasn't nothing jumped off the
Painful.
page, nothing felt exciting other than the end of the show, which was a cool moment. I definitely don't want to take away from that. But at the end of the day, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. The company is just winter is the perfect is the perfect term to associate with AEW right now. And winter has been the
Well,
perfect term to associate with AEW all year because it's been fucking ice cold in terms of
mhm.
momentum.
I'm telling you, straight out the freezer all fucking year. There's points, it got a little room temperature, man, but overall, this shit has just been ice cold and boring. Fucking winter is coming. It wasn't it was a bad episode, but it wasn't one of the atrociously bad episodes. It was just nothing. It was just an episode of Dynamite, and that's all any episode is just an episode of Dynamite. And right now, that's not a current good thing.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all, man. And honestly, to be 1000% honest with you guys, man, we could end up doing a just predictions like we did last year, some sort of just prediction show for what's to come for WWE and AEW within the next year. But if I were to give an early prediction, man, I'm scared because what he's doing, and I said I was scared for AEW last year. um to build on what I said last year, man, I'm even more scared this year because I don't even man, I don't even know. And the way Tony Khan is operating right now is just at a level that I just I can't even fathom it, bro. We do not talk about Collision, man, but this man brought Julia Hart back, fully returned her fully returned
Mm.
her on Collision. And then
Collision.
and then today I load up Twitter to see
Oh,
Will Ospreay and Ricochet, one of the matches in the Continental Classic that is, you know, I would say a
no.
pretty big match out of that bracket. Probably the biggest match. Well, maybe I would probably say Will Ospreay versus Darby Allin is the biggest match that, from each bracket on the C2. they decide to throw Will Ospreay and Ricochet on fucking Collision. You mean to fucking tell me you had Kyle Fletcher and Shelton Benjamin take place on Dynamite, but Will Ospreay and Ricochet get stuck on Collision Holiday Bash?
Makes no fucking sense. Like they're like I hate the excuse of oh it's trying to get people to watch Collision. If they're just not casually just watching it a part of their AEW, routine, they're not gonna watch it, bro. I'm not gonna watch it. You guys aren't gonna watch it. No one's gonna watch it. It's a pointless show at the end of the day, and you gotta stop trying to force people to watch it by putting good shit on it because that good shit, it's just not gonna be seen.
It's not, and they are selling themselves short and they are hanging on. And honestly, I could see it being a thing where now Tony Khan's going to really put his foot down on the gas pedal because of what happened with Rampage. He really
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want Collision to end up getting written off. But honestly, man, in just the realm of the IWC and the realm of what just the realm of just what everybody thinks, and just what is the general consensus in the community, a lot of people have written Collision off the same way they wrote Rampage off because you made us think that way. I'm telling you, bro, as soon as CM Punk left that show, the quality of Collision went down so hard. It shows, and they have nobody
Mm-hmm.
to blame but themselves. And now you're trying to get us back by putting banger matches on the show. Why do you think Collision worked when CM Punk was there? Because it was story driven.
Mm-hmm.
It was a story driven show. He had a there was feuds with Punk and Ricky Starks, Punk and Joe. For a little bit, there was teases of House of Black and CM Punk. There was things on the show that actually scream story a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and there was things that you can actually hang your hat on and say, oh, okay, this is interesting. I like what the story they're telling with Punk and Ricky Starks, and Punk left, and it turned into banger matches, and now you're trying to re-get your audience, re-establish your audience for Collision with banger matches. Banger matches is what got us in this position in the first place, because it's the
Mm-hmm.
easiest thing to book, and that's all Tony Khan wanted to book was banger matches, and that's what got us in the position where some people don't even fucking care and watch Dynamite anymore. And now you
Oh,
want to add that concept to Collision. It's what got you in the gutter in the first place, and it's not going to reestablish your audience for Collision. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to watch the shit anyway. What you have to do is reset your company and give it a fresh outlook story wise, man. Things have to connect. You look at WWE, and we praise Triple H on how much he thinks, or how much, not thinks, but how much he just makes everything interlock and connect. And obviously not everything, but the big
yeah,
things, a lot of things do end up tying back. I mean, you're seeing shit from 2022, 2021, 2020 connecting
yeah.
into stories
Oh,
today. He's writing Vince's fuck ups and making them make sense today.
all this like Drew and OG Bloodline stuff, all this stuff, it
Owens.
connects. Again, like Owens, is Triple H perfect? No. We
No.
have our complaints about shows, about divisions, about people, about things, obviously, because that's obvious. But it's not in a way where I complain how doomed the place is, because it's not. I would have done some things differently. I would do some things differently, and that's it. But when AEW, I would do literally everything down to every backstage element differently, and that's the problem. Is they're just such a mess from every aspect of the company. They're such a mess to where you can't even focus on TV because you're just wondering who's gonna leave next, who's gonna get moved for this reason. What's like it's just backstage rhetoric, man, and it's their own fault. It's Tony Khan's fault because he doesn't do his job backstage, and the only time he ever puts his foot down is to add time onto people's contracts. It's the only time he decides to act like a boss is when he gets jealous and angry and lashes out, man. And that's the reason that Dynamite, Collision, Rampage is all in the state they're in because of Tony Khan and his negligence, man. And it really goes to show with these shows that the Dynamite, which wasn't horribly bad, was still nothing to ever remember a few days later.
100%, man, 100%. And see, the thing is, the thing is too with I say they need a hard reset storyline wise. I mean, dude, you look at, like, again, you just look at even the validity in people's statements in WWE. Drew McIntyre, he to just give an example, Drew McIntyre, man, he prayed for the downfall of CM Punk, and he prayed, and Punk got injured, and Punk told him, if you push me, don't push me, but if you push me, I'm going to be Satan himself. The validity
Hmm.
of that, and how the validity of that played out through the whole fucking summer, there's legitimacy to it. There's validity to it. He genuinely fucked this man's life up so fucking hard through the whole summer. It was valid. You look at
Hmm.
things, and then you transfer over to one of AEW's acts, like the Death Riders or the Elite. And these guys claimed, we're going to take over the company. We're here to take over power. And the Elite are a couple weeks later, after winning Anarchy in the Arena, saying, we don't got much power around here. And the fucking Death Riders, I mean, what the fuck have they done that's really going to take over the company? The only thing valid that they did was suffocate Bryan Danielson. After that, straight down fucking hill.
I was gonna say they took out Brian, and after that they just beat up random jobbers. They're not taking over anything. They're just they're just beating up jobbers, man. I like the idea of people like Private Party and Garcia becoming champs because it's a way to counter them. But I don't know. You could have built that throughout this whole throughout a whole interconnected story of these younger four AEW guys winning those titles. But you just had him win it, and he's losing, nothing but losing in the Continental Classic. You have your TNT champ, nothing but lose in a tournament. That's not related to his title at all. Like, what's the thought process behind any of that? Where in
Like,
Private Party then?
yeah, they're saving the division, apparently.
Where? I would
Yeah.
like them to. I like them. I like their act.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see their act? Holy shit.
No, you're 100%. Speaking of validity, you're 100% valid, bro. And again, man, it just you're putting a match like Will Ospreay and Ricochet on a show like Collision, and you are basically telling me right then and there that you are trying to rebuild your Collision audience through the same thing that made people drive away from your Dynamite audience. If we had a story driven Dynamite and you decided to say, hey guys, you guys stuck with us, been invested in our stories, here goes Will Ospreay and Ricochet for you guys on Dynamite. Boom. That's one thing, bro. But again, you all fucking year have drove people away because all you
Mhm.
care about is banger matches, and that's what got us, again, I'm going to say it again, it got us into this position in the first place. And this is your strategy to build back Collision. People have already written the show off, man. There's no saving it. There's no
No.
saving it unless you resurrect CM Punk's AEW ghost from the dead and fucking bring him back to Collision, which is not going to happen. Then
Oh.
there's probably nobody that's going to save it. Or either that, or find somebody that's a biggest star as CM Punk that's going to stay in your company.
Yep. Because you have people that could be those stars. You have people that could do crazy work. You have people like Darby, Will, so many fucking guys in there, and you do nothing but just put them in a couple matches and you call it a fucking day.
Yes. Build your stars and have your stars tell stories. Do not have
That's
them
what's
go out
hard.
there. Yes, do not have them go out there for banger matches. Have them
You
tell stories, be relatable. That's what makes people be invested.
You had the chance to tell an ultimate story of your company's own young Sting with Darby Allin, and they're just not doing it at all.
AEW Winter is boring. From Kansas City, Missouri, the opening match to this show was the Death Riders versus Excalibur. Kept,
I wish. I would love to see that.
bro, he kept referring to this team as two things.
Oh,
The
no.
team was Switchblade and Orange Cassidy, obviously.
Okay.
This motherfucker, throughout the whole 20 minutes, which these guys were given all this time in a tag team match, yet we can't see the tag team champions on the show to save our life.
Literally.
So these guys got like a solid 15, 20 minutes in the open, but we cannot see Private Party on the show. Okay. Well, Excalibur kept referring to Switchblade and Orange Cassidy as the unlikely alliance. Wow.
Dude, this is some raw 2019 Vince McMahon shit. It's an unlikely alliance between bro. No, this is garbage. This is unlikely for me to continue watching. That's what it is.
The other thing, the other nickname is quite even better. Is even better because it goes deep. It does. He's calling these two Switchblade and Orange Cassidy. He was referring to them as Team AEW. Which, hold on. It gets better. There was a fucking promo later in the night where Jon Moxley challenged these guys to a fatal 4-way because they are all selfish and all care about themselves. Yet you have commentary referring to them as Team AEW. Are they selfish or are they here for the company? What? No continuity.
No, none. Commentary just babbles off and says the most random odd shit, and then they are in promos saying, well, it happened the week before. Commentary, in a moment, we will hear from Action Andretti and Leo Rush, and then it cuts to Private Party that get interrupted by those guys. What? How does that happen? You probably knew what the segment was. How do you fuck that up?
Team AEW, bro. This is them.
Team AEW. You
This
know
is
who's not Team AEW? Me. You know who was Team
we
AEW?
used to be.
Me. I used to always prefer AEW, and now I would prefer to watch nothing on Wednesday, cause holy fuck.
Team AEW. Yes. Throughout the match, he kept referring to them as the unlikely alliance and Team AEW.
The unlikely alliance.
Yeah, it's either 2019 Raw or absolutely no sense. Is
Yeah.
what those two nicknames are in a nutshell. The match goes
Literally.
on for a solid 15, 20 minutes for Hangman Page to come out and start attacking Jon Moxley. And the Death Riders would then lay out all the baby faces, and Hangman. So Hangman and the Unlikely Alliance, or Team AEW, whichever you prefer. Orange Cassidy and Switchblade Jay White. Team AEW. And that was your open to Dynamite Winter is Boring. And that was that. The next segment, Bandito.
Hey.
We get a Bandito vignette. Bandito is riding into town. Nice. I definitely would have. I would have liked for them to drag it out a couple more weeks of building anticipation of the Bandit coming back to town. Um,
Definitely.
he comes back 1 week later.
Classic
He
Gator. Hey, it's cool production, so
yes.
I'll throw him the bone. I'll throw him
Okay.
the bone on that one.
Okay. All right.
Fucking
Well, what I will not be throwing them the bone on is the hilarious nature that came along with this vignette, because Bandito is riding into town with his cape and his hat on. He looked badass, bro. Also, he took the cape off yoked. Absolutely
yoked as
yoked.
shit. That man was eating steak and eggs every morning for breakfast, bro. Full
Thousand
dozen.
percent.
Gotta be. Cause holy
Thousand
shit, that man
percent.
is yoked.
Yes, yoked as hell, bro. So, Bandito, he rides into town on his horse. These band of hicks, they're trying to arrest him. They tell him we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Bandito takes his hat off. He starts fighting them. Does he start fighting them in some sort of Karate Kid type fashion where he's doing all types of punches and kicks and all this type of shit? Partially. The other fucking half of it, this guy is fucking doing German suplexes. this guy
Love
this
it.
guy is doing German suplexes. He's doing fucking handspring kick-ups. He's doing fucking T Harris in the
Yes.
in,
Oh, dude, you know what? When he could have done it Tierras, and then it cuts to like inside the saloon,
Oh
and it's
my
just
god.
Excalibur yelling it
T
through the
Harris.
window. Tierras.
Dude, I don't know what was up with that. The first half of it, I was like, okay, he's cooking. He's throwing punches. He's throwing jabs. You know, it looks like a legit brawl, right? Bandito is taking out these band of hicks trying to arrest him. And then this fucking one dude gets fucking bent over where you park your horse. And Bandito starts doing fucking handspring, backflip kick-ups, Pele kicks, German suplexes. I mean, bro, could you at least try to add a little bit of believability into this? I mean, who is letting them do that to them in a real street fight, bro?
That- that- That's the thing, bro. They really should have filmed it like a little action movie. You know, like you said, like Karate Kid or somewhere he's punching him, like two or three punches knocks him down. You know, action movie shit. And he's in there fucking hitting Hurricane Ranas and shit. And like, listen, I could get a wrestling move in there if you want to. Okay, hit him with the fucking. I don't know, but you're hitting him with like lucha shit. And I get he's a luchador, but like fuck, have him brawl in this, and then hey, let's see the future luchador action in the ring. Like, why are you doing it here?
Uh, I love Bandito. I'm so excited to see him back, and I love the production behind this. And I thought it was a great vignette, but just how goofy did the end half of that brawl look, where this dude starts fucking pulling out the roll off the back handspring kick German suplex. I mean, dude, what in the what?
That is
Uh,
fucking hilarious, dude.
so I kind of laughed at that, but nonetheless, I can appreciate AEW doing great production. I really can
It is.
appreciate them doing great production here and actually going out of their way to again film at an off-site location where there's a vignette to build hype for Bandito, and I cannot wait for Bandito to come back. And I really hope that he does great stuff, man, because he has such a cool gimmick and such a marketable gimmick.
He does.
And I would love to see them capitalize it, bro. You're literally going to Texas, bro. They're going to Texas for one of your biggest shows next year. If we don't see the Most Wanted, the Bandit in Texas,
Come on. And you failed to capture, Penta, all that merchandise, selling the mask, all that merch. Do it with Bandito. Sell that mask,
well, they're
sell
doing
that
it with
cowboy
hologram.
hat.
They got
And
the
they're
mask.
doing it with hologram. Dude, I wish I could see
Big
the amount
H.
of people that bought that. Like, bro, sell that shit with Bandito. Like, you got a guy you can market here. Please, for the love of God, use him and market him. Because, look, some of my favorite, well, some of my favorite, hype up for people were vignettes, and a lot of them ended up failing in AEW because they didn't keep up the momentum. But the first Book of Hobbs segments,
Oh,
those vignettes, dude, fire. There's so many where people had great fucking vignettes, and they went to do nothing in AEW because,
mm-hmm.
you know, Tony Khan. Don't let Bandito be another one, bro. Please use him and capitalize on him.
100%, man. This guy was at All In. This guy was at All In, bro. So I know AEW might not look at him as an AEW original, bro, but he was at the show. He was
He
at
was.
the basically the first AEW show. Okay, All In.
Hmm.
That was the night that the I believe Cody referred to it as the Woodstock for wrestling, bro. So they, I just and like you were saying, man, with I really hope this doesn't end up like a Powerhouse Hobbs situation, but obviously I think it is because that is just
More than
how
likely.
AEW has led me to believe. Because again, like you said, those Book of Hobbs segments, dude, where this guy's fucking walking through I think he's from Compton. Or no, he's from East Palo Alto. He's walking through his old neighborhood and, he's walking through his hood and he's just recalling these childhood memories and he's just just opening the book and allowing us to read a little portion of his life, bro. And obviously we know what Hobbs went through and we respect his story. And with Bandito, you have just a super marketable gimmick here to really have this guy be one of your top luchadors in the company. And we all talk about how AEW has all these rental luchas and stuff, but dude, if there's one guy that's on a return that has or that's coming back, and if there's one luchador that they can legitimately market off that has an actually cool gimmick, it's fucking Bandito. And I really hope they capitalize on this with him. Will they? Probably not, but can I hope they do? Absolutely, and I really hope that they do capitalize on Bandito. But I'm scared, man. I'm definitely scared because he's too good, bro. He's just too good, and then such a marketable gimmick.
Oh, dude, he's so marketable. He's really cool. I really hope they fucking use and capitalize on this man. They have to.
Yep. Mm. John Moxley, he's in the back. He's upset. He's talking about how he is a marked man. He's talking about how AEW is ran off egos. Yeah, your boss. And these guys are letting their egos get out of control. They're letting their egos control them, he says. All three of them. He challenges all of them to a fatal four-way match at World's End. So obviously this plays to John Moxley's gimmick, wanting to I guess challenge and bring out the best of his peers in AEW. These guys that are letting their egos take control of them are Team AEW. All of these guys, I don't know what AEW is portraying at this point. Are they for the company? Are they doing it because of their egos? I don't. They've lost me so hard. I don't even know where in the story we are, because on one side of the coin, you got your commentators calling these guys Team AEW. You got John Moxley saying these guys are here for themselves. They're in it for themselves, and their actions prove that they're in it for themselves, but you got the commentators calling them fucking Team AEW. I mean, what?
Makes no fucking sense, dude. No correlation between commentary, production, none of it, man. But we're getting the fatal four-way, man, or the four-man fatal match, as some would call it. And yeah, I mean, it's building the world's end, man. That's all I could say.
Christian Cage, he is in the skybox. He's cutting a promo about how he's going to be the next, undisputed next AEW World Champion, whatever. And he is about to tell the crowd to go fuck themselves. And as soon as he says go, He turns around, and Hook is standing in the doorway to the skybox. He's got something wrapped around his. He's got like wrist tape wrapped around his fist, and he goes to break the. He goes to break the glass. He breaks in. He attacks Christian Cage. He goes to throw him over the balcony as the commentators are playing this off as if they're not looking at a guy who's almost about to be murdered. They are excited. They are not selling the fact that a man is about to get thrown over a balcony. They
Like,
are excited.
like, I get it. There's heel and face commentators, whatever. But like, you don't want death. Like, I don't understand, dude. I don't get it with this commentary team.
They're sitting there saying, "Oh my God, Hook! He's gonna throw! Oh my God, is he gonna do it? Oh!" And then Tony Schiavone at the end of it blurts out loud as shit, painfully obvious, "What a dynamite moment!" What a dynamite moment! Getting somebody is about to get thrown over a balcony, and you're saying, "What a dynamite moment!" As a commentator, you need to sell this as if you're about to watch a guy get murdered.
Yeah.
So
A simple line of, oh, don't take it that far. Something, bro.
Wade Barrett
And
is a heel commentator, and tonight we seen PFC slam Kairi Sane's arm in a production crate. Were Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore saying, "Whoa, this is an awesome Raw moment. They fucked her arm up"? Even Wade Barrett, the heel commentator, said that is despicable. That is despicable what they did.
Wade Barrett, who was a heel commentator, was telling McIntyre he was going too far because he was going too far. Like, there's just what is with the caricatures, man? People.
What a dynamite moment. We almost watched somebody get thrown off of a fucking skybox.
What a
dynamite moment.
Good Lord.
Excalibur is laughing. You know when he does his screaming laugh? Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
What the fuck?
That's what he was doing. This was a carbon copy of... Does anybody remember like the first couple months of Dynamite? You remember when Cody Rhodes told Chris Jericho, "This barricade isn't an invisible wall. I'll come up there and kick your ass." And then he grabbed MJF's scarf to break the window of the skybox to get at Jericho. Yeah, that was when Dynamite was good. I know not a lot of us remember that at this fucking point. But this was basically a carbon copy of this segment, except the commentators were even more nauseating during it. And commentary is at a point in AEW where it is just unbelievably bad.
Oh, it's probably the worst commentary team ever. It is absolute dog shit, dude. It sucks. It's unbelievable. It sounds bad. They say stupid stuff, stupid catchphrases. It's just bad.
Yep. Man almost got murdered. What a dynamite moment.
What a dynamite moment. Good Lord.
Will Ospreay defeated Claudio Castagnoli in the Continental Classic. Claudio went for the neutralizer. Ospreay hit a jackknife cover. Claudio went to attack Will after, and Darby Allin came out for the save. Pretty good match, and you know, Ospreay is I think tied, or at least close. He might be the highest in his league. So that was that. It was a good match.
Yep, it was a good match.
Wow.
Classic Dynamite.
Ricochet. Ricochet is in the back. Renee asks him how he feels about his match with Brody King. Speaking of Brody, happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to the Exalted One, my man, Brody Lee. Truly, bro, gone but not forgotten. Brody Lee, Luke Harper, God, what a legend. We miss you so much. Happy birthday.
Truly do miss him, man. And happy birthday, man. You're truly fucking missed.
Man, when Brody was around, AEW was a better place, and he contributed to that. Huge.
Oh, he was one of the best parts, dude. It was phenomenal.
Phenomenal promo. What a great
Mm-hmm.
promo. And what a I mean, I don't even have to I don't even have to begin to talk about the man's in-ring quality. I mean, God, what
Oh,
a banger. What a walking
truly
banger.
was. He was, man. He
And
really fucking was.
got his cadence on the promo. Dude,
He knew it.
incredible.
Phenomenal, dude.
So, Ricochet is asked about his upcoming match with Brody King. He says, see, the thing about Brody, see, he big, he bad, he's scary. Let me fucking stop you right there. What? Who the fuck? What? That?
He big, he bad, he scary. Okay.
Somebody, I know that's how we don't operate in AEW because, everybody needs to not have something to go off of. We need to have this guy have something to go off of. That was one of the worst deliveries. We just talked about Brody Lee's incredible promo delivery. If you can mirror that to the exact opposite of what Brody Lee brought to the table, that is what Ricochet brings to the table. That was some of the worst. That was one of the worst delivered lines on Dynamite all year. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God.
He big, he bad. Bro, shut up, bro.
You
He's
dork.
such like dork, bro. And it's not even like a Dominic thing where, he's a dork
On purpose.
and yeah, exactly. It's on purpose. It makes sense. It's to his character, but like this dude, he's genuine. I know genuinely he's 100% like that. Outside of this company, outside of his job, he acts just like that, and that is fucking insufferable. He big, he bad.
He's scary, but he not Ricochet.
Good for him.
Uh,
Good for him.
And tonight, I hold all the cards. He holds up the Hurt Syndicate card and goes, ha ha, and walks off. Who are you, fucking Chris Smoove? Ha
Yeah,
ha. Dude,
bro.
what
The
the
fuck, man.
what in the blue fucking hell was that?
It was garbage.
This guy, he's got to turn heel, and you got to play to his strengths, and you got to turn him heel, bro, because
Oh
dude,
yeah, he cannot be a babyface like that.
if you make him if you play to this unlikability that he gives off on the stick, then you might have something there, but this is not a babyface. That was the most unlikable delivery of a promo I damn near have almost ever heard. That is the guy that you're supposed to get behind. That is a guy that's supposed to carry the company here.
This guy who's I'm supposed to believe in and cheer for. I'm sorry, that's not. That's a fucking dork who I want to see get his ass beat, and I fucking didn't. That's the worst part.
Bro, I I don't even fucking know, man. That was so bad.
Dude, yeah, that was one of the worst promos I've ever seen. That man is horrid on the fucking mic.
MJF shows up to the arena.
Look at
And
that.
they
He
show him
showed up.
walking in. He's here.
How long has it been? 7 weeks?
Um about a month since Full Gear. Yeah, about a month. Almost a month.
God damn.
But since he's been on Dynamite, oh my god, I actually couldn't tell you.
No, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, genuinely, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, you probably it. If you're not close to the number, I would be shocked. I'm sure it's around 7 or 8 weeks,
I think
something
it's
like
like
that.
6 to 8 weeks, something like that, probably 7.
Yeah, he's here. Matt Taven is then in the back talking to Kyle O'Reilly. He says, "You don't got to do this, man. We look like idiots getting played by MJF." No. You look like idiots getting played by Tony Khan.
Yeah. It's booking. You get every week you're booked to do something different, to act differently, to think differently. Every single week it's different. Your direction, your purpose, what you guys want to do is different.
Bennett tells MJF, or not MJF, Kyle O'Reilly, that they are all still family no matter what happens. Kyle says you guys should have thought about that before Roddy got hurt.
Bro, Roddy wanted it. He wouldn't say no for an answer when Adam Cole didn't want him to get involved. He I'm sick of
He
it.
interjected himself into the story for him to then get mad at these guys.
It's
Or
got to
for,
be the worst
okay.
flip story ever. It's got to be.
It,
It's got to be the worst handled story ever.
they're making Wardlow look like he had good booking post
Oh, dude,
MJF win.
it really is. Cause this shit is fucking. Dude, we joke about it, but for every week for the past month, 2 months, they do something different every week.
Yeah. Before we get to the match, Matt Cardona calls out Brian Keith for Rampage. Matt, if this is any indication on where you should go, let that be seen, please.
Please, for the love of God, run. Do not come to this place.
Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. This match was so fucking boring.
Oh yeah,
Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
it's boring. They made them boring. They they took away Adam Cole's swag and made this match boring.
Uh,
Bro got no fire. Bro got no heat. Bro got none. Bro ain't got no style, nothing. He's just a guy with a bad tan. I actually don't think it was bad this week, but usually a bad tan. That's all like, dude, it's so bad.
Winter. Perfect word to
Hmm.
describe this.
It's
Winter.
winter.
Because this
Cold.
was cold.
Cold as fucking ice.
Manager Logan is here. He did not watch Dynamite. Well, allow us to fill you in. I don't know if you're going to want us to fill you in after we finish talking about the show, but
No,
uh,
you're not gonna want to.
um, MJF comes out. He tries to hit Adam Cole. Adam Cole ducks, hits him with a super kick. Kyle O'Reilly rolls him up. Cole reverses it and rolls him up. Cole wins. That was what they brought MJF to Dynamite to do. To come up on the apron and get super kicked.
I, I, I don't get it. Hey, why do you still want to face MJF? Why is MJF his current character? Why are any of these guys their current character, dude? It makes no fucking sense.
I miss my devil MJF.
Oh, I really fucking do, man.
The, I, you know, when MJF makes his way over to WWE, you know, I'm sure Jason Baker is going to have no problem making him a devil mask because I
So
need that MJF back. Whatever this, I don't. The
mm,
8 fucking weeks, and you
mm-hmm.
bring him back for this.
Just to run up on an apron and get super kicked, and that's literally it. That's insane.
All right, bro. All right.
Ugh.
Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole puts his hand out to shake Kyle's hand. Kyle, mad, walks off. So Adam Cole is finally getting to fight his battle like you wanted, and you don't shake his hand.
This is what
All right.
you wanted in the first place, too, dude.
Yep.
You wanted him to fight it. That's what he's finally doing.
Yeah.
Why did you want this match anyway?
Uh,
It's garbage. It's
your
dog shit, dude.
your guess is as good as mine, brother. I don't I
Can this match just happen so we could just move the fuck on with everybody? Please.
mm-hmm. I don't I'm appalled. I'm appalled. Better Than You, Baby was my runner-up for fucking tag team of the year last year. The runner-up.
That's literally the worst story on wrestling television this year.
And this is just wow. I mean, wow, bro. The handling or the mishandling of this, just I don't I I don't I don't I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't
I don't know,
I
man.
can't every time you say to yourself, there's no way Tony can fuck that up. He
He
fucks
fucked
it
it
up.
up. He fucked up better than you, baby. He fucked up Adam Cole. He made Adam Cole oralist,
It-
swagless. He did he did to Adam Cole
wow.
what Vince did to Shinsuke. Stripped him of everything, all the aura, all the mystique, all the care, killed it. Tony Khan, Shinsuke Nakamura, Adam Cole.
Yep.
Wow, that is insane work, bro. That's genuinely insane work.
I don't even I don't even know what to to say at this point. I don't
No,
even know
I
what
have
to
no
say to this
clue.
point. This was such a long-term story, and the way it festered. This could have been your Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in AEW if booked
Mm-hmm.
correctly, because of the animosity and the rich story that you told. This could
Mm-hmm.
have been on the level, grudge wise, of a Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. This is Adam Cole. Adam
MJF,
Cole. Adam Cole.
the coldest motherfucker you could have, and you fucking made him ice cold, in not the good way.
You turned Adam Cole into Adam Cold. And MJF, arguably your best star in the promotion, the
You
most
fucked up.
complete guy in your promotion, and Adam Cole, and you fucked that up. Again, this, animosity wise, should have been on the level that we seen Drew McIntyre and CM Punk because of the story behind it. And you
Mm,
fucked that up?
completely fucked it up. Stripped anything away from both of these guys, who are nothing but the most generic heel babyface thing that also switches every week. But it's horrible. It's some of the worst shit I've ever seen.
uh, I don't know, bro.
I'm still fucked.
Adam Cold.
He is. He really is Adam Cold.
FTR, Gun and Bald are in the back. This is just
Ah,
something that, we always preach attention to detail. Listen to the detail on this.
oh yeah.
FTR are in the back. They're promoting Fight for the Fallen. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Some promotion. Okay. Started off good. Promoting. All right. I like it. They then go on to start their promo after the Fight for the Fallen promotion. They say, and it's for a good cause nonetheless. So, I would expect
Yeah.
AEW to promote this out the ass. We're a month and away and hardly no promotion other than this, but okay. All right, whatever. I like the promotion though, nonetheless. They said, we do not have a problem with the Death Riders. We don't have a problem with the Death Riders.
Mr. AEW has no problem with a group trying to take over and destroy and completely change the company.
No.
You have no problem. Mr. AEW, Mr. Rah Rah Promo has no problem with these guys.
Hello, AEW. I love professional wrestling. Tony cares about me as a human.
Cares about my family, my daughter, and you're not gonna defend. You're not mad at these guys.
We don't have a problem with the Death Riders. Every fucking babyface on the fucking brand should have a fucking problem with
Yeah,
the Death Riders.
that's the whole point of the group.
Similar to how most of the division back in their heyday, and even carrying on today, most baby faces have had or will have a problem with either version of the bloodline that we've seen.
That's gonna make everybody, all the baby faces, they hate the bloodline. Most will say, except for Jey Uso, because he had that.
Yeah.
It's Jey Uso, obviously, but they all either had beef or they just don't like him for what they do in the first place. They could have never interacted with them, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I, I don't like them." Because, obviously, why would you like them? They're the fucking ones holding you guys down, on kayfabe wise. So, you don't got a problem with them.
No.
Kevin Owens just don't got a problem with the bloodline.
Yeah.
Just doesn't. It's
Yeah.
just, whatever. I don't got a problem with you.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
We don't have a problem with the Death Riders, but if it is the other way around, we challenge you guys to come meet us on Collision. So, you don't have a problem with the Death Riders. So why did I watch a video about a week and a half ago where John Moxley put a funnel in Orange Cassidy's mouth and was about to put disinfectant spray in his mouth, and you guys
Oh,
broke it
dude.
up?
Baja Blast, actually.
Yeah, the fucking yeah. What?
Like, see, you didn't have a problem, but I got a problem. I don't understand, man. That makes no sense.
We don't have a problem with them, but I just watched a video of you guys standing up to them to save Orange Cassidy. But there's no problem. And
Yeah,
even if
I'll
that
be.
didn't ring your bell, what they did to Orange Cassidy, what about everything what about everything they've tried to do? Their mission statement to change AEW. You guys are
you-
just cool with that, just sitting away on Collision, just not our
Yeah,
problem.
exactly. They're doing that on Dynamite. They're not doing that on the Collision. No one cares about Collision. Like, bro, what?
It's
What are you
like
talking about?
It's like what we talked about with the Elite. Is like why did we get so pissed off when the Elite said that's not our problem? In that case,
Because
they were both heels, but they had similar motives. So why
yeah,
the hell would one heel act be okay with another heel act trying to do exactly what they're doing? Wouldn't they be mad at them and want beef with them because they wanted to do it?
they just fucking leave. They just pack up and fucking leave. And they're supposed to be come back and be the baby faces.
Yeah.
The
Which what
ones
does that
that
mean for
literally,
Hangman? Because now they're
yeah,
teasing problems with Hangman and Moxley. So you know that's going to bleed into the Elite. Are we just going to get
yeah.
the Elite back like nothing fucking happened?
Like this whole year hasn't happened with both of their fucking stories. Like, and I'm supposed to root for the fucking people that just packed up and left?
Yep.
No, I'm not. What?
Yep. So yeah, they don't have a problem with them. No
No
problem.
problem. No problem whatsoever.
We get a Jericho news segment where he's responding to Cardona's Rampage challenge for Brian Keith. Who cares?
Who the fuck cares? Only news you guys should be watching is us on Fridays.
Exactly. Darby Allin is backstage. Tony asked Darby if his quest to Jon Moxley and the Death Riders is over. Darby says it's never over. He says Jon Moxley is trying to chip away what makes AEW AEW. Could be a good thing, Darby.
Trust me, Darby. It's a good thing. Let him do it.
He recalls Brian. Jon Moxley ending Brian's career. He says he can see why some of the young guys don't want to get involved because this is their first time making a living off professional wrestling.
Maybe they shouldn't.
Darby, if anything, wouldn't they want to keep AEW around, being
Yeah, they
that
don't
the
want
Death Riders are trying to tear it down?
to say, like, they're not trying to fucking shut down the company. They're trying to change the company. They they like the people. They just want people. They just want motivation. They just want to stop complacency. All that shit. They don't want to cancel the show. What are you doing here?
And if you wanted to really dig deeper and break this down, didn't Jon Moxley talk about some guys how they don't deserve the paycheck and how they and how they just shut up and take the paycheck? So
Mm-hmm.
those guys don't want to get involved because what? Don't you think they would take a problem being that Jon Moxley has a problem with them being lazy and getting paid?
I was say, Darby says, these guys are getting paid. They like that. They want to keep that. So they're not attacking the guys that want to shut that type of shit down. They're just gonna do exactly why Mox doesn't like him in the first place and just be lazy and not do anything and just collect a check. It's just, you're circling back to the same shit.
Nothing makes sense, bro. Nothing.
Nothing fucking makes sense.
He says, but if they don't do anything about it, it's going to keep happening. He says people think he's a little reckless. He punches himself in the face and he starts bleeding. He says, this doesn't bother me. What bothers me is if nobody does anything about this. Tony says, you say all this going into the Continental Classic, which is without a doubt the most important time of the year for this company. What?
You so so the build in the show that is your biggest show all in, that is not your most important time in the company, even though I could bet you thousands of millions of dollars, fucking I could bet you $1 billion they will come all in season. They're gonna say that exact same thing. It's the most important time in AEW of the year, it's all in, it's the biggest show. What?
Bro.
The biggest time in the company. Okay, and you're fucking failing.
Double or Nothing was the first AEW show. Uh, all Out is another huge show for the company. All In, I don't know, your stadium show out of the year. Yeah, All In. Um, None of that is the most
No,
important time for the company. The fucking C2 for the worthless Continental Championship is the most. Again, I
I mean,
relay without a doubt the most important time of the year for this company.
bro, how many times has Okada even defended that thing? I don't know.
He
I don't
didn't
know
even
because it
defend it
happened
at
so
all
much.
in. He was in a
Like,
fucking gauntlet match.
like, dude, it's pointless. I like the bones of the C2, but it's for nothing real. Have it for, have it be for a world title shot. Have it be for fucking anything, bro.
Most important time of the year for the company. Okay.
And they're fucking squandering it. By your own words, even though it's not, even though by your own words, come all in, you'll say the same thing.
Darby says the Continental Classic is a perfect representation of AEW. People going out there and putting everything on the line. He says Mox thinks AEW needs to be saved. It does. He fails to remember this company gave his career a second chance. The company that let Sting go out on his own terms. The company that took a chance on me. He says no. He says nothing. Nothing falls. Um. Nothing. Oh, he says nothing lies to Jon Moxley more better than the lies he tells himself. Darby, I love you. I love you, dude. The company. Now, don't get me wrong. You're valid in the second chance. The
Yeah,
company did give his career a second chance. Let Sting go out in the right way. Took a chance on Darby Allin, which is a great thing. But Jon Moxley is very truthful in his statements. I will add. But yeah.
Like that. That's the thing, bro. Is they're I really like, Death Riders and whatnot and their idea, but like so many of these people that they're going against Darby, like Darby talks, and I'm just thinking, okay, why do you actually hate these guys besides just generic storyline? You share the same sentiment. You don't like the fucking complacency, all that shit.
Yes.
Why are you against them at the end of the day? You should be rocking with them. They want to make this place better. This place sucks. It sucks right now. It sucks to work for. It sucks to watch. Everything. And you're going against it. Why?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Darby literally, like, I remember when they did the Four Pillars promo, he complained about complacency in the locker room and nobody wants to do anything. All anybody wants to do is sit on Twitter and bitch. That's sort of the same sentiment as what Jon
Yeah,
Moxley.
that's what they want to stop. Like,
Ricochet and Brody King. Ricochet got a new addition to his theme song. It was a auto-tune. Ricochet. What the fuck? Speaking of fucking Chris Smoove,
I was gonna say,
did
really is.
Smooth ad lib Ricochet's auto-tuned? Bro, what the
Ricochet. Like, bro, what? What? He- Please stop. Do not give this man a mic. Don't give this man any creative freedom. Nothing. Give him a script and send him out there, please.
Ricochet takes an apron power bomb by Brody King. He starts going, ah, and he starts yelping. Ah, ah, ah. He
Man,
starts screaming, leave me alone.
leave me alone.
Whoever told this, whoever, I swear to God, whoever told this guy this is what being charismatic is, I don't. This is just this.
It's horrid.
I can see. Maybe WWE wasn't holding him down after all. Maybe WWE was saving him from himself.
Yeah. We say it. We say it. Sometimes it's okay to go off a script, to be given a script, because some people just aren't built to talk themselves and come up with their own promos and whatnot. And Ricochet, he is going to be the poster child for give this man a script, tell this man what to do, because he's just not good at it.
Tony Schiavone. Ricochet and his facial expressions. Forgot to mention the facial expressions were just absolutely just horrid. Tony Schiavone says these guys are putting on a memorable match in the Continental Classic. The Continental Classic.
Continental Classic. I don't know the Penguin was here. I didn't know fucking Oz Cobb was here, but The Continental Classic. Thanks, dude. Thanks.
The corn on the Continental Classic is what this was. They are Ricochet and Brody King. Brody King is going to give Ricochet some sort of suplex off the superplex off the top rope. Ricochet DDTs him. Excalibur says DDT on the exposed turnbuckle.
On the exposed turnbuckle.
The turnbuckle was not exposed. The turnbuckle pad was on the fucking turnbuckle. And the turnbuckle sleeve that connects the rope to the ring post had the sleeve on it. Nothing was exposed. Brody falls off the top rope because he just got DDT'd on the exposed turnbuckle. Brody falls to the mat. Tony Schiavone yells, "He's gonna fall." Tony, I don't know what the fuck you're watching, but he already fucking fell.
He's gonna fall.
Are you
I'm gonna
fucking
fall
are
asleep.
you kidding? Are you kidding me, bro?
He's gonna fall.
Ricochet hits 2 spirit guns.
Oh, I hate that fucker, dude.
He's an Osprey clone, bro. We talk about Real Osprey is fucking calling Kyle Fletcher an Osprey clone. It's fucking Ricochet.
Ricochet. He's just copying his moves and shit. Doing the fucking bro, you're not cool. You're a dork. You are a walking dork. You're a loser.
Ricochet does a hidden blade from the front. That is what the spirit gun is. And that gun locked and loaded taunt he does before it is atrocious.
It is the most corniest, lamest shit ever, dude.
Especially because commentary always said, he's loading it up.
He's loading it up. Hopefully he fucking kills me so I don't gotta watch this shit. Because fucking hell, this is garbage.
On a Wednesday night during Winter is Boring, I wish he would take his spirit gun and blow my fucking brains out onto the concrete with it.
AEW Dynamite Winter is miserable because I'm fucking miserable watching this show.
Excalibur, after Ricochet, or not Excalibur, well, never mind, I already. So he hits the 2 spirit guns and beats Brody King. Ricochet beats clean as a fucking whistle. He fucking beats Brody King. So Darby Allin, the guy who is more than likely after this going to go after the world championship, or at least hold on to it sometime next year, that same guy could not beat Brody King and get 3 points on him in this tournament. But Ricochet can?
That is... That's genuinely insane work. They had Ricochet beat Brody, but not Darby. That's insane.
You're just lying to me at this point, bro. These notes on this show do not even fucking seem real anymore.
No, it's the most dumb shit every fucking week. It really is.
We get done. Excalibur says, moving on to Action Andretti and Leo Rush. They got something to say. The camera pans, and it's a fucking private party segment. We're looking at Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. Are you serious, man? You're lying at this point?
How does this happen? How does this genuinely fucking happen? I don't understand how. How do you make that mistake?
I
How?
Private Party are talking about their tag team title reign and how whatever, they didn't get too far into it before Action Andretti and Lio Rush, now here they are. Now they walk up as if we didn't know that they had something to say.
Thanks for spoiling the segment, asshole. Good lord.
They talk about wanting to become the next AEW tag team champions. They want to be number one contenders. Top Flight come in, and these two start bantering with each other before Private Party says, hey, how about you two face you two on Collision? And the winner faces us. Who fucking cares?
Exactly. I don't care. Classic Tony Khan. Someone wins a title, you're excited. They do nothing afterwards.
Mercedes and Anna Jay are bickering before their match next week.
Okay.
Yep. Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa was the main event. Mina Shirakawa comes out for her entrance with Mariah May Glamourtrons on the screen. Okay. Thunder Rosa is in the front row watching the match. I'm thinking to myself, why is Thunder Rosa here? Are they building to Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa? Okay, random as shit. No, not Tony Storm. Storm Zero. Mariah May hits the Storm Zero on Mina Shirakawa to pick up the victory as Thunder Rosa is in the front row still watching the match. After this, we hear the OG Rockstar music for Toni Storm as Toni comes out there. Toni comes out there and she is OG Rockstar Toni Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Rosa is holding up a sign that says WTF. So now I'm thinking to myself, oh, so is the World's End match going to now be Toni versus Mariah? No. AEW announces a Tijuana street fight this past weekend. A Tijuana street fight for a show that's taking place in Orlando, Florida at World's End with Thunder Rosa and Mariah May. So why did you bring Toni Storm back?
If you bring her back at World's End, maybe you could bring her back at World's End, and it goes to show, maybe Mariah May's world may come to an end soon. With the return of Toni Storm, you got something there, and you just blow your load on Dynamite, and you do a completely different match. Thanks, asshole.
What? What the fuck, man? As for Toni Storm, she's obviously the only needle mover in that division. I think she's been the only consistent name to ever come out of the AEW Women's Division. She holds the best match in that whole entirety of the Women's Division against Jamie, Full Gear 2022.
Mm-hmm.
These two cooked in that match. Toni Storm was timeless. I loved timeless Toni Storm. How incredible did she play that gimmick? How incredible was she in that role? I mean, that was some of the best character-driven work ever in AEW. And overall, I like that everything Mariah May talked about is true. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah May talked about the night Timeless died, right? I remember that line in one of her promos. The night Timeless died. She said at All In, it's not going to be a competitive wrestling match. It is just going to be her taking the horse behind the barn and shooting it and killing it, putting the horse out of its misery. And that was the last we seen of Toni Storm. And I like that. It adds legitimacy to Mariah. And it also opens up more storytelling for Toni Storm to now tell as this version of Toni Storm. And I love how, you know, her and her mind, I guess, was so messed up, like she almost went back in time. She doesn't even have any recollection of timeless Toni Storm.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. I like that. I like that character she's doing where she remembers none of it. It's like a fever dream to her. It's, might slowly come back to her over time with this feud, man. And I'm excited. I'm glad she is so character driven, and we have people like that in AEW. And look what happens. It's the most I'm excited for the women's division again.
Yep.
Why? There's character work. There's story. There's something to watch for.
Toni Storm is the best, most complete woman in the business today.
Oh, I would say. Well, yeah, I think so.
Is she the biggest star? No. But
Oh,
is she the most complete in terms of character work, promo, in
yeah,
ring?
oh,
Her and Rhea Ripley are
yep,
obviously the two
two big ones.
running the show here. But Toni is back, and I'm so excited for that, and I'm so excited to see what she does. Obviously, they're building to Grand Slam Australia. The show that happens in fucking, what is it, February, and we're bringing Toni back now.
Like,
You couldn't handle a 2 month build for her match with Mariah going into All In.
why
You
are you
think you're gonna
doing
be able to handle it now?
You can't. You had World's End. World's End was perfect to have her come back at, and you didn't fucking do it, man. Makes no sense.
Yep. Then you got a solid only a month and a half that you have to build
Mm-hmm.
for.
Easy, nice, easy build for you, Tony, and you didn't fucking do it.
And Toni is back. I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited to see what she does. And I just really hope AEW continues to capitalize on her and continues to realize what they have in her. And, I hope they continue to build on her. And please, for the love of God, do not fucking ruin my Toni Storm. Please.
Please don't. Please don't. She's one of the. She's not like a Ricochet. You can let her take care of herself, and I'll be good with it.
Yeah. And that was AEW Dynamite. Winter is boring. That was that. And with that, a word from our official sponsor of the Notorious Hills podcast, man, W Energy. W Energy, man, the official sponsor of NHP. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without the jitters. W Energy is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams per serving. You can get your W Energy products today with the link below to their website and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your W purchase, man. Shout out to W Energy, man. Thank you for keeping me awake on my Wednesday nights, and thank you for always coming in clutch, man. When Tony Khan says otherwise, you guys always come in for the save. So thank you so much to W Energy, the official sponsor of your boys here at NHP.
Truly, thank you guys. I gotta now. Always gotta have it on Mondays for the um dynamite part of Unscripted, man. So I'm really glad we got you guys.
You know, we talked so much after the Saturday Night Main Event review on how fun that was because we actually got to talk about stories and we got to talk
Yeah,
about things like that on the show, instead of talking about how the company has no hope. And it was very nice, man. So,
look at that. Hope. Don't got that on fucking Wednesdays.
SmackDown. Just couple quick things from SmackDown. Drew McIntyre started his attack on Jimmy Uso. So obviously he's starting to trickle down the bloodline and take out all the members one by one. So, yep, Drew attacks Jimmy. So that was that.
Like it. I'm excited.
Braun Strowman moves to SmackDown. In the move, he comes out there, squashes Carmelo Hayes. Absolutely, they should have,
Right.
they should not have put that title on their YouTube page of
New super.
no new superstar. if he, I mean, yes, he's a new superstar to SmackDown, but when you put new superstar, people are going to imagine either a call up or people are going to imagine Pentagon, and that's not what
Exactly.
happened. So,
Literally. Neither or, not Trick, not Pentagon, fucking Braun Strowman, kind of just dropping the ball fucking completely. Um, that was a real fucking botch from them production wise, hyping that shit up the way they did.
yes. Roman Reigns. This was the big thing from SmackDown, other than the Oofalafa.
That was a good ass promo.
That was
That was a good ass
hilarious.
promo. I fucking love LA Knight. I don't care about your oofa wafa. Yeah, I think he also called it like a oola waffle or something too.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Roman Reigns, he's cutting a promo. This was a cinematic promo on a offsite location. He says it's been a rough year. Not that long ago, we ran everything. And in the spring and the summer, it all fell apart. I lost my title. I lost my wise man. I lost my bloodline, the entire bloodline. But most importantly, I lost my Ulafala. The only, the thing is, Solo. 4 years ago, you weren't here, and I did not take the Ulafala. I earned it. Uh, I I earned it. My father, my uncle, your great uncles, they bestowed me with the responsibility because I was the man to lead this family. The only thing that matters to me is my family and my Ulafala. And the responsibility that only I can handle. Uh, so for some, January 6th is Netflix. That's what it's all about. For me, that's tribal combat. Your bloodline won one, and mine won one. So I say we leave the tribes on the side and let them spectate. Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief on January 6th. On Netflix, I take back my bloodline. On January 6th, I take back my Ulafala. On January 6th, I take back my respect. And once I have that respect, the whole world will have no choice but to acknowledge me. Excuse me. This was incredible. The off-site location, the weather. He was standing on like a boat dock, and like they got like some nice like side shots of his face, and you could see like palm trees waving in the wind. You know, it looked like a windy day out in Florida. You know, it looked a little stormy out, mixed with the sunset. It was a beautiful
Mhm.
fucking scenery, man. It was beautiful. And Heyman was in the back. It was an amazing visual and obviously an amazing promo. So, looks like we're getting it, bro. January 6th, Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief. So,
Definitely, man. I'm excited. Tribal combat. Let's run it back, man. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this match. I love the way the story's going. Obviously, Roman's promo was great. I love the cinematics, dude. And Solo's been great as well, man. So I really can't wait to see how all this goes, man. Did you see the fucking Raw Netflix ad with fucking Tonga and Tongaloa?
bro,
That shit
so
killed me,
funny.
bro. I cannot wait for them to be on that show. They also put LA Knight on that ad. He had like a solo segment on one of those ads, so I feel like they might move him to Raw.
I
I can see
think
them wanting to do that.
I did see that, but I think everybody got him because everybody was
Mm.
posting. Like I seen Bailey had one, Bianca. Like I think they just did them for everybody because they want all hands on deck for that show.
Yeah,
So
they're fucking just hyping that shit up to high hell.
yeah, promoting. What a concept.
Look at that. Have people actually do that. That's crazy.
So that was basically everything from SmackDown, man. As yeah, I love the Roman promo and whatnot, and we're building to Raw on Netflix. Was actually I do have the picture of the logo, man. This is the logo that WWE is running with for Raw on Netflix, man. How are you guys feeling about it?
I fuck with it. I like it, man. I like it a lot. I like it. I like kind of like that silver shine to it. I like the way the red is. I like how it's incorporated. I like it. I fuck with it. And it really does look like a Netflix related logo, so it fits.
For sure. I was really hoping they would have went with somewhat of a different font, but overall it's a clean look and I don't mind
Mhm.
it, and something tells me it's going to look really nice here on our graphics. So,
Oh, dude, it's gonna look really fucking good, man.
yeah, the silver to kind of go along with the silver and the unscripted logo I think is going to look really
Ooh,
cool. So that's that.
hell yeah.
Overall, yeah, like I said, I do wish they would have went with a bit of a different like font, but I mean, not that the font is bad, it's just been the same font for the better part of like 8 years. So yeah.
Mhm.
But
Definitely.
overall, I'm cool with it.
100%.
Um, yeah. So that was everything from SmackDown, man. Fantastic Roman promo, man. I love
Oh,
when
yeah.
just they film in those just off-site type locations, man. It always adds for a great visual. So yeah.
Definitely, man. Love it.
Monday Night Raw here
Mhm.
tonight on December the 16th from Boston, Massachusetts. The show opens up with CM Punk. CM Punk, he comes out, he does his shtick. Isn't it a great day to be alive on Monday in Boston, or whatever he says? Isn't it a great night to be alive in Boston, Massachusetts, or whatever? He says he's feeling very low because 2 weeks ago, Seth Rollins told him he couldn't stop thinking about him. And I told him I didn't think about him at all. But over the last 2 weeks, I haven't thought about him all the time, but my mind wanders back to Seth Rollins, and I would be lying if I told you guys he wasn't. And I'm mad because Seth is right. And as much as I wanted to avoid my problems with Seth, it's only a matter of time before we lock up in this ring. And I'm upset because I enjoy coming out to this ring and talking to my people because because I know it's going to be overshadowed by that stupid music being hit, and he's going to come out here like the purple pie man from Porcupine Peak, dressed like Liberace. And for all the sensitive people, that's not an insult, because I happen to think Liberace is cool as hell. The point I'm trying to make is just because you wear Elton John sunglasses doesn't make you Elton John. And just because you put on a pair of wrestling boots does not make you CM Punk. Seth told the world I ghosted him. And it's true. And I'm not here to litigate the past. I'm looking forward to the future. And little brother Seth, I would love to say that's not you. But me and you are on a bit of a collision course.
I hope not.
Yeah, me neither. Um, and you want to paint me as the bad guy, and I'll admit I am the bad guy in the situation 100%. And that's because there's no such thing as a bad student. There are bad teachers. And Seth Rollins is CM Punk's failure. And that 16-year-old kid that came to me and said, "Can you train me? I'm willing to try again and give you another wrestling lesson that you need, and I'll give it to you for free. So if you want to give me shoes to fill, I will fill them. But the bad news for you is the last guy to try to do that was Drew McIntyre. So ask yourself, are you tougher than Drew? You might think so. Boston knows that you're not. Boston knows that you are not. But the one thing, without a doubt, is there is not enough staples in the world to put you back together after I'm done with you. If that's not enough to get you to interrupt me, then I don't know what is. So for the if that's not enough to get you to interrupt me, then I know what is, because for the past 7 years you've hated this, and it's happened a lot during your TV time. But I will just get these people to chant my name." Damn. Everybody remembers the "I'm bored" translated to CM Punk chants
Got it.
for the better part of 7 years.
Fucking great at
Seriously,
how
bro.
AEW gets it. Good lord.
Yeah. Seth Rollins starts chanting CM Punk. He comes out from the crowd. Rollins says life is about perspective. And I thought if I came out here, I would see you the way these people see you. And maybe I will change my mind. So let me take a good hard look. He looks at Punk. He says, nah. Even from way out here, you're still an asshole. Punk laughs. He says, I'm overjoyed. You didn't come out here with that stupid song of yours, but for the first time in your life, you're coming out from the right side. You're right. You're coming out from the right side of the barricade, from the audience, where you belong with the rest of the CM Punk fans. Damn.
Damn, buddy.
Rollins says, you think that would embarrass me? I don't mind coming out here with all these people. I'm a fan. He a fan.
Oh, nah, I hope you're not that type of fan.
He says, I will always be. I love this
Mm.
place. When you abandoned this place and you hoped it would die without you, I put it on my back and made it stronger than it's ever been. If anyone wants to be embarrassed at you, or if anyone wants to be embarrassed, it's you. Because this fan has more WrestleMania main events than you ever will. And that's a fact, Phil. Punk obviously fuming at that. Punk hops the barricade and a huge pull-apart brawl breaks out, man. So
Oh, yeah.
this is a great segment. This is a very good segment, and I really messed with what they were doing here, and I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it overall, and these two just don't fail to give. These two do not fail at giving good work, man. So yeah,
They don't, man. That's one thing. I love it, dude. I love the vibe. I love the aggression, the grudge to all this, and that's one thing that Punk has been doing this whole time since he came back to the business back in AEW, and he doing it in WWE too. All of his feuds, man. He got that energy, man. It feels like real ass hatred, man. I mean, turns out for some of that feud in AEW it was, but um. He can turn anything into gold, man, and the way he carries himself, the anger he puts on his face for these feuds and segments, dude, it's phenomenal, dude. I love it.
yes, absolutely, man. Yeah, this is great stuff, and they really are. Especially with the announcement of this match tonight, we could be looking at an episode of Monday Night Raw be a nominee for 2025 Show of the Year, depending on how good this is, because they are building this that fucking big, man.
They're building this shit like a pay-per-view, and it could probably be a show of the year next year. And if it's not, then it's either going to be a show of the year or letdown of the year. So please do not be a letdown of the year. Please don't hype this shit up to be a
Yeah,
letdown.
absolutely, bro. The Judgment Day are backstage. Liv says, I listened to Finn and I won. But why didn't it work for Finn? Dominic says, that's a great question. Finn stands up. Now he's pissed. Finn says, I'm wondering why the heck all of you, or where the heck all of you were Saturday night when you left me out there 2-on-1. We're supposed to be a team. Liv says, we believed in you. We didn't think you needed any help. Plus, JD was focused on the War Raiders and keeping the tag titles. That's why he was asked to. That's what he was asked to do. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but maybe you should be focused on the same thing, because we're all banned from ringside during your match tonight. But don't worry, you have everything in control, just like you always do, just like Raquel does for her IC title tournament match, under control tonight. Raquel wearing those glasses looks like an absolute goof. As for this, I love the just the continuation of the planting of Finn Balor just getting fed up with all them, because other than maybe Liv Morgan to Finn Balor, they're all bums.
No,
Or
exactly. I
they're all
like that.
careless, at least from Finn's
Yeah.
eyes. They don't help him.
They don't care. They're just there to hang out and fucking talk shit and whatnot. So I definitely love the seeds they keep planting of this turn and what Finn's gonna do. And I'm excited, man. I'm really excited.
So we then get Rollins backstage. Pierce is yelling at Seth, telling him, what the hell was that? Seth freaks out, man. He says, hold on, Pierce, you listen to me for once. He says, I want this fight. I want the world to see. I want the world to see this. This is the biggest fight you can put on. You know what to do. Make it happen. Pierce says that if the two of you would stop trying to pull each other's eyeballs out for 10 minutes, I might be able to get something done. Give it a rest. Let me do my job. Drew walks up to Seth after Pierce walks away. He says, Seth, you told me once, when it comes to Roman and the bloodline, I have to get over it. It's not that easy when it's staring at you in the face, is it? He says, what Roman had to say this last Friday, wanting to vanquish his own family so the whole world will have no choice but to acknowledge him. It's the same person. He's the same person. And everybody is fooled. But and you and I. And I know deep down, and you know deep down, everybody enabling him needs to be taken out. And that's Jay, that's Sammy, and that's Jimmy. So there was obviously no mention of Solo. Are WWE going to... I mean, it would sort of make sense, but it doesn't. I mean, Solo is against Roman, so I mean, he sees... I guess maybe McIntyre could see that as Solo, being... Solo being,
Not the same or something. But I get what you're saying. Like, everyone's like enabling, Roman be like, yeah, you're the tribal chief. We're gonna get it back with you. And obviously Solo's against that because he's the one they're trying to take it back from. But I mean, I still think he wants to get it back in blood against Solo.
Because, well, that was my next question. Is like Roman. I mean, really. I mean, if you wanted to defend Roman here, I mean, Roman was the poster boy for the bloodline, so I could see why the blame is getting put on him. But at the end, excuse me, at the end of the day, Roman didn't even know Solo was going to be there. Remember the whole Solo was sent by the elders.
Yeah,
Roman didn't know.
that wasn't even Roman's doing. It's perfect time for him to go after Solo also and be like, hey, not only are you trying to become the same problem that he was, but that he still is, but like, you got it on me. I want to know who sent you. I want to know what the deal with that is. I want to know. I want to get my revenge. And then maybe it's revealed, the person that sent him was, the person controlling this new bloodline. But you never know, man. But, the elders sent him, and maybe he wants to get back on Solo too. Why doesn't he want to get back on Solo? I don't get that. Because Solo, he's becoming the same problem that Roman was. Wouldn't you want to, I don't know, stop that?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I can see both sides of the coin. Again, I could see Drew being like, well, Solo's out of this. He's not really enabling Roman anymore. But at the end of the day, if you're calling back to Clash at the Castle, like I said, Solo is very much to blame, if not more to blame than Roman Reigns. So that's... I don't know. That's something that WWE is going to have to work around and really make sense out of, because there's just no way McIntyre can just be cool with Solo.
No, he can't be. That would make no sense to his character. He can't be hating on the OG bloodline, all that stuff, because it makes sense and not hate on Solo.
Yeah. Rollins says, I know you think we got this common cause and we're friends now. I took Roman out of power already at WrestleMania. And do you know who was by my side to do that? Jay and Sammy. He says they are my friends. You are not my friend. Just because we have common interests, that doesn't make a friendship. Friendships are forged on respect. And if you don't mind, I gotta go do something you could never do, and that is end CM Punk. Good stuff.
Yeah, I like it. A good ass promo.
Yeah, good stuff. And I like the connection of I mean, a lot of people's characters at this point have dealt with the bloodline at some point, and I like how things interlock, and I like how I just like how things are coming back, and certain things that Drew said to Seth, sorry, Seth said to Drew, are coming
Hmm.
back, and it's all, coming back into the limelight. But I like it, man. It shows continuity in your storytelling, and it shows like you know what the fuck you're doing in terms of telling your stories. But no, this was great. But again, one thing I am very scared about is just how they're going to tell, specifically, it's easy to tell Drew and Roman, but how exactly are you gonna go about telling Solo and Drew? Because again, Solo is very much to blame, you know what I mean?
He
And
is.
he, as much as you can distance him from it, he will always be a part of that OG bloodline. So yeah,
Exactly. He was a major player of that OG bloodline, so that that's kind of I. You really should think about that and incorporating that into this.
definitely. Ron Breaker, he defeated Ludwig Kaiser
Mm.
with a super spear. As long
I've
as I
been
get
growing on Kaiser.
as long as I get to see Ludwig Kaiser's entrance, that's all I'm. As soon as I get to see him fucking poke his head up and fucking turn both ways, that shit is just that shit makes my night, bro. Dun, 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 bro.
Good shit, kills me. He's been growing on me, dude. I can't lie. He's growing on me. He's funny. I kind of like the way he acts. He's just a dickhead, and it's
Yeah.
fucking great. Did you see the one segment where he was talking to fucking
Dude.
Braun backstage, and he just fucking slapped him and
And
ran
then he fucking
away?
runs away and starts jumping up and down, and fucking Braun's so pissed, but he's just like silently trying to walk towards him, bro. That was funny. Um,
Dude, he's growing on me. I like him.
yeah, not really my cup of tea, but I can see why people think he's a future. He's very unlikable. He's very
Exactly.
unlikable. I'm not sold on him yet personally, but not to say I don't see and
So
respect what he does.
no, yeah. So far, I'm not sold on like a world, nothing, no main event spot, nothing. But he's enjoyable to have around in the mid card for right now. I'll give him that. He's very
Yeah.
enjoyable. He's funny as shit.
He for sure. He brings decent quality to the mid card, and I mean he's very unlikable. Like I said, I'm
Mm.
not really sold on him yet, but not to say that won't change, but I mean he to me he just comes off very weird. That's one thing that he's
That,
just. I mean, I get
that's
that.
the like is when he's like yeah, he's like fucking zooted up and fucking like horny for some reason. I don't. That's the only way I could describe it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He is weird. I don't fuck with that part of it.
Yeah, like some things about his character are a bit weird, but he's very unlikable.
He
He's very
is.
unlikable. And I'll say they're playing to his strengths and they have him in the right role. But again,
They do.
I don't know I get the hype to a Ludwig Kaiser, and I don't even know if I'm sold on him yet as any sort of mid-card champion. Not to say that we can't get there, but it's just, to
Yeah.
me, I just think there's a lot better fish in the pond. But I'll say
It's,
they're playing to
mhm.
his strengths.
Like, they are playing to his strength. I will say I think there is bigger fish in the pond that you should focus on more than him, but I don't mind him.
Yeah, definitely. And I personally just think I would have kept him in a tag team with Giovanni Vinci, because
Oh
again,
fuck yeah.
your tag teams are so thin, and the fact that the fucking fact, man, that you broke those guys up in the middle of that is just crazy work to me. But
No,
um
it
I
really is.
I could see why he is growing on you, because
They
they're play to his strengths. They do. They make him
do.
even more unlikable and play to his strengths. So I could see
They do.
that.
Hmm.
Rey Mysterio, well, the New Day. They are going to go in the locker room, and Xavier opens the door, and Rey's standing right there, and he does not let them in the locker room. He's pulling a CM Punk.
Yeah, he's checking him at the door. He quite literally checked him at the door.
Quite
Should have
literally,
been
bro.
Punk.
Xavier Woods says, "You're not gonna let us in the locker room. Do you have a problem with us too now?" Ray says, "It's not just me. It's everyone in. It's everyone in there." Kofi says, "Hold up. It's bad enough the audience is treating us like this, but now you mean to tell me after 10 years of sharing a locker room, nobody has our back? You're supposed to be a locker room leader. Do something." Ray says, "I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys crossed the line with E, and I think it's best for your own good if you find somewhere else to change."
Go
Xavier's,
change in the storage closet.
yeah, pulling a Benoit, kicking Miz out of the locker room.
Exactly. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they were eating something over his bag or something.
Yep, they had the fucking guy going to the bathroom in the they had him going to the bathroom with the general admission fans. Dude
Good
was
lord.
going to the dude had to fucking go in the arena bathroom.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't be able to survive that bro ass fucking locker room at that time. I would have got myself fucking blacklisted. I would have fought back so hard. Ain't no
Fucking
way.
Miz, bro.
I'm pulling a Randy. I'm pissing on his bag, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
Fucking, that's crazy.
it really is, bro. Xavier says that's fine. We didn't want to share a locker room with you guys anyway, and they walk away. It was a good segment,
I
man.
like
Really, just building on, really giving validity to the fact that people don't fuck with them. You
it.
know,
No, I like that. I like that.
Rey Mysterio, he's not pulling an FTR, saying, "Yeah, well,
No,
we don't got a problem with you guys. Come on, come on,
you're all right. We're cool with you.
bring your bags. Come on."
You be you be one of the biggest baby faces of like the last 10 years in our company. You're all right, dude. You're all right. Come on right in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. We don't got a problem with what you did to Big E, but if you got a problem with us, you're not invited.
Then you're not invited. Quite literally proving Mox right with the selfishness, man. But I digress.
War Raiders. They're doing a cinematic promo. They're in a room with red lighting. They're talking about all their injuries. They're recalling their injuries. They're recalling how Rowe should not be alive. Hansen should not be able to walk again because of the nerve damage that happened to his neck, and Rowe and his motorcycle accident, and how he had gotten he had gotten hurt and he couldn't hold his baby son. And they talked about how they need to win the World Tag Team Championships to prove to his son that this is all worth it. It's a great promo.
True. Love these guys. Love the tag team. Love these guys as promos, as in ring guys, as the look. They got it all, dude. I'm so happy we got them back. As this. I'm so glad.
1000%. Now, I was going to say I didn't know why they didn't save this for the first Raw on Netflix, but to be honest, I don't think Finn is going to be on Raw by the first Raw on Netflix.
Probably not, man.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I definitely think by then they will probably have traded him to SmackDown. So,
I could see it.
and with all these shows being taped, how are they going to go about this? I'm very curious.
Very curious to see how they're gonna build into that show with like the whole rest half of the month having tape shows.
Yeah, me too. Adam Pearce is in the back. He announces for the first Raw on Netflix, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Looking huge, bro. It's looking huge.
I'm very excited, dude. I love it. I'm down for having this match done. And I'm very excited to see how Mania goes after this, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is another year, man, where Triple H is got I'm very, very interested to see what happens with Mania season now, because with Punk and Rollins now happening on Netflix, I'm sure this opens up something else for CM Punk for WrestleMania, and I'm very interested to see what exactly that is. So,
I'm
yeah.
very excited. Mm-hmm.
Liv Morgan. Liv comes out here and she is with Camille Rodriguez and Dominic. Dominic starts talking over the booze, and Liv grabs the mic. She says, she grabs her megaphone. She says she's the greatest women's world champion of all time. She then grabs the actual mic. She says 2024 has been the year of Monday Night Morgan. Because, and she says they are just getting started. She says there's a lot of changes that happening in WWE next year, and there's no one better, no one hotter, no one more iconic, no one more dominant to lead this company into the future than me. So if you guys think this year has been great, wait until next year. Rhea Ripley comes out. She says, Liv goes to leave the ring. She says, Liv, you might want to stick around to hear this. You might want to stick around to hear what I have to say, she says. This has been going on for long enough. You're looking at your number one contender for your women's world championship. And Liv, I can look into the future, and the only thing you should be excited about is the end of your women's world championship reign. And all you will be left with is your little chicken tender slut.
Wow. That's a phrase.
Chicken tender slut, bro. I might know a couple chicken tender sluts.
I think we might, man. One of them. He might be one of them, man. He might be. I think we know some others. But, that Dominic's a chicken tender slut. That's a phrase.
Love it. Rollins is backstage. Jackie goes to ask Seth. Oh, forgot to mention. I think that Rhea match is going to happen on the first Raw Netflix, which they got a lot on that show, and I'm very curious to see how they fit all that on that show.
Very curious to see how they fit everything, man.
And if The Rock is there, somebody needs to tell him he does not have time to take up 40 fucking minutes of airtime.
No, he doesn't. We got too much shit going on, dude. You're getting a good 8 minutes, and we're gonna move it along.
Yeah. You got what is it? You got the only way they can, really, I feel make all of this work is if the first Raw on Netflix has no ads, if it's just straight through. Yeah. Which if that's the case, that's a pay-per-view that you're about to put on a banger.
You're about to put on a Monday night pay-per-view, man, and I hope they do.
You're going to have Rock, Cena, Ripley, Morgan, Punk Rollins, Reigns, Sikoa, all of that on the same show. Oh, and you're going to crown the inaugural Women's World IC title, the Women's IC champion, right? There's going to be a lot on the show, okay? And yeah, I think they announced Cody for it. I also think they announced Logan Paul for it. So it's going to be a huge fucking show, man. It's going to be a huge show. So
it's going to be massive, dude. I'm excited.
Absolutely. So I'm excited for that. And Seth is so yeah, I think that's where that's going to happen, and it's going to be huge, man.
I think it is. I think it's going to be massive, and I think I'm excited to see how it builds into Mania with who Rhea's going to face, because I think and I hope that's going to be the end of their feud, and I'm excited to see how they move on.
Absolutely. Seth Rollins is now backstage, and Jackie asks Seth how he feels about getting his match. Drew is in the background speed walking to Rollins as if he is about to put this man in a coffin, bro. And as he's speed walking to him, Sammy intercepts him and attacks Drew, which leads to a pull-out brawl. A pull-out brawl, and Drew is yelling at Sammy, "I'm gonna put you in a box." He's gonna kill him.
He's gonna kill him. He should have said, "I'm gonna put you on a t-shirt, man."
Oh my god.
Gonna put you on a t-shirt. I like it. I like the I love the way they do backstage stuff and people in the background and stuff happen. So I love the way they did that segment.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're gonna really love this one. The Final
Okay.
Testament.
Hell yeah.
The Miz is telling El Ring and AOP, man, I've loved working with you guys, man. You guys are so cool. You guys are so scary. But
What is
you
that
know,
sound
now,
like?
oh brother,
Sorry.
now, now, the Miz, he says now the Miz says, now it's time for us to go our separate ways. Karrion Kross comes up. He says no, not after what they did to him and what they did to her. He points at Ellering and Scarlett. He says, you're not going anywhere. You're going to face Dexter Lumis next week. Miz says, I'm not doing that. Karrion Kross, in the most just killer way possible, says, yes, you are. And
Roar.
he, he, he says, yes. And I'm looking like, what the fuck? And poor Miz is just looking so scared because Cross just grunts, yes. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Fucking love it, dude. It's so stupid, but it's so great. Just fucking. I love Cross. I love when he just fucking spazzes out into fucking
Oh,
psycho mode.
dude.
I love it, dude. I love Cross. I really do.
He's been
Use this
doing a
better and
lot.
more.
He like literally like bro, he's been he has been seriously doing some of his best like work as of the last couple months.
He has been. It's been really fucking great, and I hope they continue this up. In terms of this character with Cross, you don't got to do this Miz shit forever. I like what it's doing now, but once it's done, you got to continue this consistency with Cross.
For sure. For sure, bro. So Cross um Cross says you've got this. You've won 22 titles in WWE. They pat Miz on the back as he walks away. Ellering says to Cross, "You actually think he's got it?" Cross says, "I don't know. But he's going to learn. If you make a deal with the devil, you cannot run away from him."
Hmm.
I like it.
I like that. I like that. I like that sentiment to it.
Yeah. So poor Miz,
I
bro.
like
It is so
Oh, he's gonna
funny.
get destroyed.
Miz working with the Final Testament is absolutely some of the funniest fucking work I think we've seen all year.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's because he's such a little fucking pussy-ass dork,
Yes.
and you got these fucking psychopaths that he's working. It's just such a great combination. It's genuinely hilarious. I really do love it.
Yeah, it is a great chemistry for sure. So you definitely got to give credit to where credit is due, and Miz definitely
Mm,
makes that work with how he is
He
and
does.
versus how they are. So
He has his spurts, man. Miz has his spurts where he's just doing really fun, really cool shit. Like the start of the the R-Truth stuff is really good at the
yeah,
start of it. This stuff's really good. I'll always love that feud he had with the Fiend. I think that was really good. He has his spurts, man. He does.
yeah, obviously cannot leave out
The,
the
his
goaded
peak.
run.
Yeah.
The goaded run. But yeah, you got to give credit to where credit is due. He makes that chemistry work just as well as Karrion Kross does because he's such a scary motherfucker, bro. I mean, he's always just scared. And Karrion Kross just scares the shit out of him, and it's so funny, dude. It really
It
is.
really, I really do love it, man. Maybe he's gonna tell me he's an intimidating guy.
Yeah, he might.
Maybe he is.
Yeah, you very well could tell him that.
Maybe he does.
Zoe Stark defeated Caden Carter and Raquel Rodriguez.
No
Caden
way.
Carter and Zoe Stark absolutely were going crazy. in this match, and it made Raquel look so fucking green because she is green, but it
Mhm.
exposed her so much more. But dude, Zoe Stark, man, I really would love. I really want to see WWE eventually do more with her, bro. She is so smooth in that ring. She really just has to get that
It,
personality about herself,
yeah.
bro. But man, I mean, these two were going nuts, bro. The crowd was pretty lively during the match, and Raquel's spots were kind of meh, but I was
Mhm.
very surprised with what Zoe and with what Kaden were bringing to the table here, because they were showing the fuck out in this match, bro. I can't lie to you.
Definitely, man. I like Zoe a lot. I think she, like you said, she just needs to find her style, her look, her feeling. She needs to get a groove in, and I think once she gets that, she'll be really fucking good, man. Because she is really good in the ring. She's phenomenal. She just needs that character, that aura, that not aura, but you know what I mean, like a look, an identity. She needs an identity, and then she'll be. I think she'll be fucking set for the future.
Absolutely. Zoe hits a Z360 on Kaden Carter, pins her, rolls out of the ring as Raquel Rodriguez comes stumbling to the ropes to try to catch Zoe. She is stumbling at the knees, falling over. I mean, what in the world, bro?
Like,
Raquel is bad, man. I'm sorry. She's not she is in no way, shape, or form main roster ready, bro.
no, she should not have been called up. I don't know why she was called up, and if anything, send her back down, man. She needs to work.
The Alpha Academy are backstage with R-Truth. They're talking about their commercial. Pete Dunne gets in R-Truth's face, tells him to stop calling him Butch. He's tired of it. Otis gets in his face, kind of de-escalates the situation. They both walk away, and
Can Pete Dunne get in Triple H's face and say that, please?
yeah, seriously, yeah. Enough is enough, bro. You might as well have just kept his name Butch. I mean, why is his fucking gimmick everybody just calls him Butch, and it upsets him?
It just gets her mad. I don't get that shit. It's so lame.
Speaking of fucking Pete Dunne, I hear Trent Seven is gone from TNA Wrestling. So can we get a move on that, please?
Please get them together, bro. Get that group, get that faction back together. Please, let's get them.
Yes. British strong style. Give it to me,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Give me
I need
Mustache
it.
Mountain in the
Please,
tag
I want
division.
it. You guys need them, and I want them. Perfect. Perfect setup.
Yes. American Made walk up. American Made walk up, and yeah, you're absolutely correct, Logan. I mean, at this point, you might as well have just kept him named Butch. I mean, that's literally been his fucking gimmick ever since they
If
gave him Pete Dunne back. You
if
know,
people call him Butch and he gets mad and he gets like a dog mad, it makes no sense, dude.
it's
It's weird.
horrible. I mean, dude, I want to see the fucking bruiserweight. I want to see the 600 and something day reigning UK champion Pete Dunne.
Exactly.
I don't want to see this guy that is mad that people call him Butch. Who gives a fuck? Like,
Exactly. I want to see the bruiserweight. I want to see the young and bitter fucking Pete Dunne back. That was shit was fire. I
yes,
need it.
it was amazing. American Made walk up, and Gable says, I gave you guys the academy, and you did nothing. It's pathetic. I miss him saying that to them every week. It was funny. It's pathetic.
Pathetic. Love it.
He says, You're pathetic. You're pathetic. And Otis, you're the most pathetic of them all. He says, You know, when I first met you, Otis yells, Shut up to Chad Gable. Gable says, It's time to kill my darlings. And I'm going to start with you, as he gets in Tozawa's face.
Way to start at the bottom.
Yeah.
You're just going up to going up to the most badass, not bad, but just going up to a bunch of guys and be like, you know what? I'm gonna face You're putting that like a middle schooler essentially. Like what?
Okada. Oh no, no, not Okada.
Oh,
That's probably actually Okada in fucking Alpha Academy. He probably would have been better off with where he
he
with
probably was.
yeah, he probably would have been fucking better off with Alpha Academy rather than what he's doing with the Elite or lack thereof. Um,
Literally.
so um, so he looks at Tozawa, and Tozawa is scared. He can't even look back at Gable, and I guess Gable's probably gonna beat them all, and you know end this before he moves on over to Friday Night SmackDown with American Made, which I could very well see working out very well. You know, SmackDown worked out very well for one Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is
He did.
A SmackDown legend. So
He
hopefully
was.
Gable can go over there and twist some ankles and win some fucking championships for the love of Christ.
Exactly. Maybe
Please.
pop some perks and go crazy over there, man. So I definitely think they got to go to SmackDown.
Mhm. I
Definitely.
would say keep them on Raw because Raw is my preferred show, but Gable fits the
I think
vibe of
they need
SmackDown.
exactly that, like you said, that like underdog in a way,
Yeah, land of
less
opportunity.
utilized.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what he needs. He needs opportunity. God, fuck. He needs opportunity. Fucking hey.
Um, Pure Fusion Collection.
Hell yeah.
They attack Kairi Sane. Well, the New Day are having an interview. The New Day are having an interview, and they're fine. And Kofi says, "Oh, dude, that U.S. title with Chad Gable.
Go for him.
I mean that
It's needed.
yeah, I mean that is just that's CM Punk and the spinner belt, bro. That's
It
John Cena
really
and the
is.
spinner belt. I mean it
It's
just
literally go for him.
yes, bro. And he is somebody I think could do great. But once we're done with that US title, another title that screams Chad Gable, to me, the
Mm.
World Heavyweight Championship. Oh
That
my
thing does, dude.
God.
It's both what I like.
Workhorse title, a guy like
Mm-hmm.
Gable,
Ooh, love it.
down the line, bro. By the time we get to 2026 and Minnesota SummerSlam, Gable's a Minnesota guy. Maybe you
He
can
is.
build him up for that world
I love
heavyweight
that.
title because it is time for
It is.
it is long overdue for Chad Gable to get his flowers, bro. And it's time we take American Made more seriously because they're the last fucking group that I want to see fall to the wayside.
They really need. I'm telling you, they gotta go to SmackDown, and they gotta be used greatly, man. They have to be.
Oh man, if anybody Logan man, if anybody ever says Chad Gable does not need to be a world champion at some point, it is I don't know what
It's
they're
done.
watching because if you don't find so much fun in watching him perform,
Mm-hmm.
I always talk about Gable whenever I get the chance, and I'm getting the chance now. One of the most smooth, one of the most just, I mean, God, I mean, such an amazing performer. And the word I like to use all the time with Gable is smooth. I've never
Mm-hmm.
seen somebody, honestly, since fucking Kurt Angle, that is as smooth in the ring as Chad Gable. I mean, that man's fucking footwork is. Nobody has footwork like Chad Gable, and nobody is as smooth as Chad Gable in that ring, bro.
No one is. He's insane, dude. He's an insane talent.
And the fact of what you did with him post Clash at the Castle this year, the fact that any of that happened, I blows my mind to shreds, bro. I don't know how
It
you
really
fucked that up.
does.
Ever
I don't get
since
it.
that loss at Clash at the Castle, literally the Monday Night Raw after that, when they did that, weird ass American Alpha Academy turn. Ever since then, I don't. They completely dropped the ball with him.
They really have, dude. They really fucking have.
it was ballsy to turn him heel in the first place because he's very over.
Mm-hmm.
You did it, and he
And they
still
didn't
made it work,
capitalize.
and you
Mm-hmm.
didn't capitalize on it.
Yeah. Fucking, fucking big ass, dumbass decision.
Yeah. And I'm glad the company used him, and I'm glad they used him in
We use them
effective
regular.
roles, and he was a
Yeah.
regular on the show. But the fact that Gable just didn't get his flowers is just
He
crazy to me.
really should have. He's so great. He really should get his flower. He's got to get it on SmackDown, dude.
100%. And like I said, man, if you're bringing Raw back to the flagship, SmackDown just fits that vibe of just
And
underdog, land of opportunity.
mm,
You maybe got one or two big stars, similar to how, SmackDown had like Undertaker and like Batista, and the
mm-hmm,
rest of those guys were just, or, how SmackDown in 2016 they had, you know, John Cena, who was probably the only
mm-hmm,
other, he was honestly probably the only one. Everybody else around him was guys that hadn't been given an opportunity up until that point. And then
mm-hmm.
obviously we've seen AJ and Dean Ambrose and The Miz and Dolph Ziggler have a resurgence, and Bray Wyatt, and Gable just fits that vibe. And if you
He
have
does.
Cody Rhodes on that show and you build all those guys around him, you're looking at a true renaissance for SmackDown coming up if they go with that outcome, bro.
They really do. They really fucking do, man. They got to do something like that.
Um, the New Day, they're finally gonna get an interview, man. Kofi says, if anybody would just give us the chance to, and then you hear a bunch of ruckus going on in the background. Pure Fusion Collection, they smash Kyrie's arm in a production crate. I'm
Mm,
assuming this was Zoe Stark's way of enticing Dakota Kai before their
mm,
semifinal match for the IC
very
title.
cool.
Decent stuff,
Mhm.
and it's a good way to add some story. Add just a little bit more of story to just the tournament match. So, I mean, this was nice, and I love the fact that every time the New Day try to explain themselves, nobody gives a fuck because
Mm,
everybody's just like, no, you fucked over Big E. That's it. You're done.
no explanation needed. I like it. I like that a lot. And did commentary fucking say it was gonna if that was a raw moment when that happened?
No. Yeah.
No, man, look at that. Good commentary. Look at that. Good segment. I like what they've been doing with the New Day. And cool segment, man. I like what they've been doing.
Yeah. Wade Barrett did not scream, "This is a raw moment."
This is a raw moment. This is a dynamite moment.
They could have just
Good.
broke her arm. This is a raw moment.
They could have fucking injured her. Yeah, let's fucking go.
Wade Barrett, the heel commentator, said Pure Fusion Collective
Took it too
commit,
far.
committed a despicable act.
Look at that.
Nice.
Despicable.
Funny, coming from Wade Barrett, the same guy that put Bret Hart in the back of a fucking limousine and decided to back it up at 90 miles an hour into another car. But hey,
Yeah, he was a different man. He
yeah, he's a
changed.
different guy now. Exactly.
He's a different guy. That wasn't 3 months ago.
Exactly.
So he's a different guy
Exactly. Exactly. We get a vignette before the main
now.
event. It is a 0 with a line circled through it.
Hmm.
0. Zero
Penta zero.
Miedo.
Yep. Penta zero. Ooh. I'm excited, dude. Let's fucking get it.
They are bringing this guy in, and oh, brother.
That's fire. I cannot wait, man. I really can't fucking wait.
I
He's
cannot
gonna be so dope on this show.
I cannot wait to see how they
That
work under the
production.
WWE style, bro. And the WWE production. One of my biggest critiques, my only critique with the Lucha Bros was they had the handcuffs off. Is that
Yeah.
they just did too much. They were too crazy. Under that WWE style, I'm very excited for them.
Very excited to see how this goes, man. I can't wait to see the production, the in the ring work. I'm so fucking excited.
In about a year or so, we have the possibility of seeing the Gorillas of Destiny versus the Lucha Brothers, the Usos,
Ooh.
the New Day. versus
Let's
the
get it.
fucking Lucha Brothers,
I
bro.
cannot fucking wait, dude.
DIY, Motor City Machine Gun. I mean, the list goes on, bro. The
Let's
War
get it.
Raiders,
I'm so fucking excited for all this shit. Them and the man.
and they're gonna be
Ooh.
on the same brand.
Mm-hmm. Against like damn near all those guys. So it's gonna be fucking great, except like DIY. But other than that,
Yep, they will be
but
on the same brand as the War Raiders and the New Day for that.
possibly GOD, bro. Let's get it. I'm excited.
Pretty fire, bro. Pretty fire. The main
Mm-hmm.
event. The War Raiders versus the Judgment Day. JD and Finn. They go to seal the deal with a war machine. I actually really love this counter. Hanson jumps on the springboard. Finn grabs his beard and pulls him down onto the outside,
I like it.
which led for some Judgment Day offense for a coup de grace on Rowe for a near fall. Hanson broke it up. And we started Boston. I love you. Boston starts chanting war, war, war.
Finally, they're back.
Yes.
Finally, they are back. The war chant. Let's get it.
Finn yells to JD, "Go give me a chair." Finn or JD go grabs a chair. He brings it in the ring he brings it to the opposing side of the ring, so the ref is distracted. Finn goes to grab another chair while the ref is distracted. He goes to walk away with it, and the chair gets stuck. And then it's revealed to us that the chair is being held by Damian Priest. Damian is wearing like a puffer trench jacket, and he pulls the chair back. Finn falls into the barricade, or runs into the barricade by the timekeeper area. He gets back in the ring. Rowe grabs him, holds him up. Hanson hits War Machine on Finn Balor as Damian Priest is sitting on the announce table. He's laughing. He's laughing at he's,
Yeah, I just fucked up your title shot.
just fucked up yo title match.
It ain't yo titles no more. Fucking hilarious.
And the War Raiders are your Raw World, not Raw, not anymore, your World Tag Team Champions, bro. The War Raiders have won the Tag Team Championships as, holy shit, they did it.
Yeah, they fucking did it.
They have a chance to hopefully have a very good reign. I really hope. I really hope they have a chance to really really give these guys a decent shot in their division, and I want to see them defend against some of the great tag teams that Monday Night Raw will have to offer, because you know they're going to get some teams in the draft or in the transfer window, and I really hope that they give them a fair shot at I really hope they give them a fair shot at having a good reign. Will they? Who knows? I really fucking hope so. I really hope things change as we go into Netflix and the show gets the third hour added back to it. And I really hope so. I really hope so. But who knows, man? Who knows? They haven't really gave me a lot of reasons to be confident in that, but I can hope for the best. But you know we're gonna keep it a buck. And when that time does come, you know we're gonna let you guys know how we feel about it, bro. But it was a great moment. The pyro was going off as Hanson and Rowe stood in the ring with the World Tag Team Championships. They look awesome with the belts, and I just really can't wait to see what they do with them.
I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what they do with them. I hope they fucking use them. I hope they're on pay-per-views. I hope the whole 9 yards, man. I really do. So I'm glad. I'm excited. It's a good choice, and please fucking keep up with that good choice and keep using them and keep pushing them and please, for the love of God, put some type of tag champs, whether it's DIY or War Games, or not War Games, War Raiders, on pay-per-view, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And if you don't put them on the Royal Rumble undercard, because I know usually only 2 matches go on that undercard, please put them on that Saturday night's main event beforehand.
Please, you really should.
Definitely. Or either that or at least a DIY match on there. So, yeah,
Something.
man. But that is everything
Yeah,
for
man.
today on today's episode of Unscripted, man. This has been episode 226 of
Mm-hmm.
Unscripted, man. And with that, that is gonna do it for this edition of NHP. Another great edition of Unscripted. And with all that, that is going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so very much for joining us. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of NHP. Another great edition of Unscripted. This has been episode 226. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all on Friday with the news.
Peace.